Fala pessoal, beleza? Voltamos aí para mais uma aventura. Dessa vez vamos dar continuidade, pessoal, na missão. E a gente vai usar a chave do quarto 9 aqui. Beleza, conseguimos entrar. E vamos dar uma checada aqui. Vamos ver os pontos que temos para interagir. Um sino.
That doesn't seem like a good idea. If the owner finds out I entered room 09, I don't think he'll be happy. If anything happens to me, the Dead Man Inn has no insurance to cover the damages.
Tá, ele falou que se eu tocar o sino não é uma boa ideia, porque senão o cara vai saber que a gente entrou no quarto sem autorização dele.
I don't trust taking them. There's the chance they could have been eaten by mice, the owner of the place, or the cleaning lady. In any of the three cases, I don't want to take them with me.
Que comida nojenta.
Everything starts there, in the warmth of a friendly place. I think my father meant warmth in a literal sense. Perhaps he hid something in the fireplace. Let's try searching there. What is this? This brick doesn't seem to be bonded to the fireplace like all the others, but I can't rip it out. It seems after all these years it is partially calcified back into the fireplace.
Ok.
I need something to grab hold of the cracks.
Ele descobriu um negócio ali, um tijolinho falso, e que não faz sentido com os outros tijolos, né? E precisamos encontrar alguma coisa para abrir. Vamos ver. A pia.
I don't need it right now.
Eu não preciso disso agora.
Look what's inside. Somebody forgot a nail file. Better take it. It could come in handy.
Ok. Eu não sei como falar isso em português. Nail file. Enfim. É uma lixa, né? Lixa de unha. Tá, vamos ver se a gente consegue abrir. Vamos ver.
It seems to be working. I can take out the mortar holding the brick. Clever, a niche. Let's see what's inside.
Vamos ver o que tem dentro.
It looks like an old library card. It belonged to my father, Henry Morgan. Last read book, Properties of Concrete. What did my father want to tell me?
Beleza.
It's a card for the Bonetown Library. Let's see the properties of... What was you? Better go to the...
Tá. Temos que ir pra algum lugar na biblioteca. Deve ser lá fora.
After this amazing night, it'd be better to go back to my room and rest. First, I'd rather take the key to room 09 back to reception. I'd prefer to avoid having problems with the innkeeper.
Beleza.
I have a really big day ahead of me tomorrow.
Ele falou que teve uma noite bem trabalhosa, né? Uma noite incrível, que é melhor entregar a chave do quarto 9 para não ter problema, que ele vai ter uma manhã bem trabalhosa hoje.
I think the time has come to find out what Dad was working on. I better check the library card again. I'm sure Dad left me some other clue.
Ok, vamos sair. Ele falou, vamos dar uma checada lá na biblioteca.
Locked.
O negócio ainda tá sujo aqui, cara. Desce aí, meu camarada. Vamos falar com esse cara aqui. Bom dia.
Good morning, good sir.
Good morning. How was your night?
Como foi sua
There were
noite?
moments I thought I wouldn't survive. Then I saw a ray of light and realized that the worst was over.
These are just some of the thrills you can experience here at the Dead Man Inn.
Ele falou que achou que não ia sobreviver à noite, mas ele viu o raio de sol, então ele viu que o perigo passou. O que aconteceu com Bonetown nos últimos anos?
What happened to Bonetown in the last few years? I remember when I used to come here that it was a nice little town.
I think it's just progress. The young prefer to go try their luck elsewhere, apart from the exceptions. It's just down to us from the older generation to keep up the honor of Bonetown by welcoming the incoming tourists with love and professionalism.
I'd have to dispute that, actually.
O que aconteceu no último ano? Tem uma biblioteca pública por
Is
aqui?
the public library still there?
Sure, boy. It's one of the crown jewels of Bonetown. At least it is according to what Margaret, our librarian, tells us. I'm simply reporting what's said because I personally never go to such places.
Strange. I would have bet the opposite. Could you tell me where it is?
Turn left at the main square, just outside the door. Boy, if you don't want to get lost, use this. It's an old Bonetown postcard, but it was used as a tourist map.
Beleza, vamos ganhar
It could be
mapa.
of use to orient yourself and move around Bonetown.
O mapa da cidade, beleza.
Thank you.
Are you interested in something in particular?
Just to reminisce a little bit. My father used to take me there all the time.
Ok. Vamos dizer adeus e sair.
Goodbye.
Vamos ver se a gente encontra a biblioteca. Se ele for que é pegar na esquerda, virando...
Better leave the key here. I don't know if I'll want to avail myself of this service again tonight.
Ah tá, vamos deixar a chave.
There you go. Now I can leave.
Ok, a gente consegue olhar o mapa, já nós estamos aqui. Beleza. Pegando a esquerda, então deve ser por aqui. O mapa só vai ter marcação quando a gente estiver no lugar. O que é isso? Glitter.
I don't want to take
Lixo.
anything from here. It's still material in the public domain.
Ah, a
I
biblioteca
don't think
aqui,
I
ó.
need this kind of souvenir.
Tá, mas antes de entrar vamos dar
Better
uma
not.
fuçada aqui.
It's like seeing my house. Even if I picked everything up, then it would suffer the same fate in our closet at home. I don't need them.
Tá ok. Vamos entrar então. Fazer o que, né? Uma musiquinha na biblioteca.
I have no time to fix other people.
Ah, ok.
I'm not doing any research in.
Ok, não vou ler não, galera, que você fala muito de
It's not my
asneira.
priority right now.
Vamos falar com a mulher aqui. Good morning, bom
Good
dia.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Como eu posso te ajudar? O que aconteceu com a cidade Osso, né? Bonitown, nos últimos
What
anos?
happened to Bonetown in the last few years?
The city has always held more allure at the expense of the small villages, and Bonetown is no exception. All the young people left when they had the chance, leaving the town in its current sorry state. It seems you know our town well, although you're so young. Can I ask your name?
Of course. I'm Willy Morgan.
I'm Margaret. Margaret Teach. But for those who attend the library, I'm just Margaret. Once there was a Morgan here in Bonetown too. Then he left, seeking fortune, and he became famous. But he never stopped coming back to visit Bonetown. I don't think you know him.
You mean Henry Morgan by any chance?
You surprise me, and that doesn't happen often.
The point is, I know him very well. Henry was my father.
I'm sorry, kid, I didn't know.
Don't worry, it's been a while.
10 years ago, right?
Ah, certo. Do you know anything about... Você sabe alguma coisa como ele
Do you
desapareceu?
know anything about his disappearance?
Unfortunately, only what I've read about. One night he was here in Bonetown. The morning after, it's like he vanished into thin air. Not a clue, not a trace. No letters or anything that could have guided the search parties to a solution.
Ok, estão conversando sobre o desaparecimento do pai dele, né? Do you know he's working? Você sabe no que ele estava trabalhando, né? Como você
How
sabe
do you know
disso?
that?
Kid, I'm a librarian. I basically remember everything that is put on paper. And Henry used to come to our library a lot.
Do you know what he was working on in his final research?
I don't know. He always read a lot, basically all the tomes you can find in here. And sometimes at his request, I had to order books from other cities as well.
Ai, ai. Você sabe se ele tinha
Do you know
inimigos?
if he had
Talvez.
enemies, maybe?
Henry? Let's be serious. I think there were very few men as affable as him.
Tá ok, obrigado pelas
Thanks
informações.
for the information.
Don't mention it. If I can be of any more help, just ask.
Eu preciso consultar
I need to consult one of your tomes.
It's always a pleasure when someone wants to benefit from the services offered by our library. What are you looking for?
Deixa eu ver. Propriedades de concreto.
Properties of concrete.
Oh, what a surprise! It's not among the more popular in Bonetown. I guess this is the second consultation in more than 10 years.
Doesn't it get the attention it deserves?
Here in Bonetown, people don't read a lot, especially a book like that. I could never have managed to face it either.
Where can I find it?
I guess it's somewhere on the upper floor. You should recognize it easily.
Thank you.
Ok.
Thanks, and goodbye.
Thank you for visit. If you need...
Thanks, I'll...
Beleza. Deve estar lá em cima.
This lock is peculiar, to say the least. I'm pretty sure that I need a...
O que temos mais aqui? Esse aqui.
It's stuck under the huge number of books on the desk. I must find a way to free it.
Ah, já encontramos esse negócio aqui, galera.
How? Should I remove everything on top of it? There's no time. And above all, I wouldn't know where to put all these books.
Vai falar sério, maluco.
I don't think fixing my nails would improve the outcome. I don't think... Better not ruin. Better not...
Bem, vou dar esse negócio pra essa mulher aqui. Vamos ver se ela nos ajuda.
The information I need is written on the card. Better not to disclose it. Don't trust, but I'd rather not...
Tá, vamos ter que sair pra procurar alguma coisa pra gente abrir ali. Vamos ver aqui o que a gente pode encontrar.
It wouldn't be
Museu.
nice if I took the only street sign for the local museum.
Ah,
I have a
galinha
strong
ali.
feeling that if I did it, I'd put the entire town economy in danger. And Bonetown doesn't seem like it's experiencing its golden age. I understand that copper has become... I don't think that dragging this barrel of over 100 liters... I don't see how the complete menu of the One-Eyed Jack would help me. I don't see how... It's like an ancient artifact, in poor condition, even though time has already done its part.
Ok, isso aqui é o quê? Ah, não, esse aqui é a biblioteca, esse aqui é um One-Eyed Jack de um olho. Vamos descer aqui. Depois a gente volta nesse bar aqui, qualquer coisa. Ok, temos uma placa
I
aqui.
can't reach it.
Caraca, eu tô lendo, tu não consegue?
I don't know how, but I hope it might come in handy.
Que é isso que a gente pegou?
It's a carjack. I wouldn't say modern, that's for sure, but it does have its appeal. At first glance, it appears to weigh over 100 kilos. Surely working out in the gym made me stronger, but I don't think it performed any miracles. It's a carjack. I wouldn't say modern, that's for sure. It's a carjack.
Vamos ver o que temos aqui.
There's a sign with the word museum. I'll go back there later. Now I have to find a way to obtain the volume Properties of Concrete from the library.
Então, o jogo não deixa eu explorar muito aqui. Vamos ver se esse negócio vai ajudar. Tomara que ajude, né, galera? Vamos ver.
I don't think I should use it on the book.
Oh,
Let's
na
try.
mesa? Ah, as ideias, cara.
It worked. Check out what we have here. Let's see what it is.
Vamos ver, dar uma olhada o que é. Hã?
It's another letter from my father.
É uma outra
It's
carta
dated
do
July
meu pai.
22nd, 2008. Earlier than the other one. There's also a piece of paper that seems more ancient, but I can't figure out what it is. Better take a look right now. If Dad did all this so that I'd find it, there must be something important.
Okay, I hope you're really... Caraca, tá falando que ele descobriu que alguém matou alguém, né? Parece que tem uma marca de tiro, né,
Now I
galera?
understand what the piece of paper was that I found with the letter. Dad always performed great feats, but I never imagined he was looking for kids' treasure. It has always been said that it was basically a legend. I don't remember the complete story exactly, but maybe the librarian can help me. And I have a list of names. Better start asking information of the townsfolk, without attracting too much attention. I don't need my father's old library card anymore. Even if someone found it, it would be useless. I have the letter and the piece of map belonging to my dad. It's
Beleza.
a piece of the map belonging to Captain Kidd, but I can't do anything with it if I don't find all the other 8 pieces as well.
Ah, tá. Vamos conversar com a mulher aqui. How came I across Bone Town? The gutter seems to be new.
Am I wrong, or did you tell me your name is Margaret Teach?
That's correct.
Está
Do you know a
correto.
man named Charles Teach?
Your question surprises me. How do you know my great-great-grandfather?
Ô, louco, ó.
I'm doing
Meu
some research
bisavô.
on the genealogy of Bonetown, and I stumbled upon the Teach family.
Yes, it's been several generations now since the Teaches settled in.
Na verdade é
Bonetown.
tataravô,
Can
né?
you tell me about Charles Teach in particular?
He was the one who brought the name Teach here to Bonetown, but of his past, little is known. My great-grandma told me that he was a former fisherman with a knack for books. This library is a donation he made to the city of Bonetown just before he died. After he arrived here in Bonetown, he devoted himself exclusively to reading, and many of these books were bought directly by him. He had so many of them that he basically founded the town library, which then became the family business for the following generations too.
And he didn't leave anything else apart from the books?
All he left is stored on the upper floor, but it's mostly junk. The real treasure was his books. There's also an old crate without a key, but it looks empty.
Ok.
Do you by any chance know the story of Captain William Kidd?
Sure, it is mostly a legend. In the golden era of piracy, Kidd stood out for his endeavors, if you could call them that.
The endeavors of a pirate aren't exactly heroic most of the time.
Anyway, his ship, the Adventure Galley, was supposedly filled with treasures when it suddenly disappeared. A few years later, in 1701, Kidd was captured and executed, but his ship and the crew were never found.
What do you think happened?
What always happened at that time, Kidd and his crew squandered all the loot, and to cover their tracks, they sold or even burned the ship. After this story, Kidd became legendary.
Thank you.
Ok. Ah,
How come all across Bonetown the gutters seem to be new?
They are new. There's been some geological instability in the last few years. We don't know yet if it's due to natural causes or human activity. In any case, and the only way to retrieve some water at a decent cost seems to be this one.
Whose idea was this?
Maybe the only person who really cares about the state of Bonetown, our mayor, Steve Bonnet.
What can you tell me about Steve Bonnet?
He's the only one here doing something to keep Bonetown alive. Without him, our village would be much worse off. I suggest you go visit him. He knows everything about Bonetown. If you need something specific, he'll be able to help you for sure. These days, he lives in the town hall to deal with all the city's problems, but he's always available to everyone.
Thank you. I'll visit him as soon as possible.
beleza.
Thanks, and goodbye.
Thank you for
Eu acho que foi
visiting
tudo,
Bonetown
galera.
Library. If you need a specific book, you can ask me, Miss Teach, or just Margaret.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Very strange. I have the feeling I'm being watched. Better be careful. You never know what can happen in Bonetown.
Bem, pessoal, vou ficar com essa gameplay por aqui. Finalizar mais um capítulo aí. E nos próximos dias, semanas, a gente termina esse jogo aqui, beleza? Fiquem com Deus, um grande abraço, até mais, se cuidem, fui!